Hi Pussycats, this is Ronnie coming back to you at the Nation. You know, it's the girl, you know, the head Pussycat. Do you notice anything different about me today? Do you? Do you know anything different? Do you notice anything about my hair? Oh yeah, I took my braids out and I have a fro. Yes. I have a fro. I don't have Afro Sheen because I don't think they sell Afro Sheen anymore. I have Olive Oil by Oars. That's what I have because I don't think they have Afro Sheen anymore. You're asking me why do I have an afro in my hair? I said let me do something a little bit different today before I rebraid my hair. Yes, I do my own hair. I had to wash it and let it breathe. So, you know, I combed it out, you know. It's like so tight, like in the back it's a whole lot of tight curls that I can't, well, I'm not even going to try to get out because, you know, I don't have that type of hair where, you know, you could just run your fingers through it easily, you know. So, but my afro looks cool, right? Yeah, I know. Do you know the topic that we're going to talk about today? The topic that we're going to talk about is types. The reason why we're going to talk about types is because a lot of pussycats out there seem to have a type of woman, excuse me, or man that they're into. Like, a lot of pussycats, male or female, might not be into my type. I'm the chocolate glasses wearing, you know, opinionated, you know, I speak my mind, or if you ask my opinion, I'm gonna give it to you, type of girl, type of pussycat. And a lot of pussycats out there may not like my particular type. But we're gonna start with it's a song by Swati. That's everybody and heard it. It was like the banger of last summer or last year that was out. The thing that made me decide to talk about that is when I was looking at the lyrics and it was like rich nigga 8-figure, gold digger, 8 pipe, sitting on it all night, grabbing it with her hands or whatever she was saying. I think she said something along the lines. I could be wrong, don't quote me. But it made me want to talk about that today because all of us have a type. Some of us have that pretty bow type. Oh, before I get started, if you like the video, thumbs up. If you don't like the video, thumbs down. All comments is appreciated, whether it's negative or positive. When you hear that notification ring, press on and subscribe as you like. Follow me on Ronnie Bond 0515 Instagram, Ronnie Bond 0515 Twitter. So going back to types, a lot of us have types. Some of us have those pretty boy types. Shamar Moore, he's that pretty, sexy, bald head, goatee, caramel, beautiful man type. Dave Bautista, I don't know what nationality he is, but if you're into wrestling, you know Dave Bautista is a wrestler. He was in movies like Escape. He was in Hotel Artemis. and many, many more. Sexy, 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 sexy man. And if you're not into even Boris Cujo from Resident Evil Afterlife, sexy bald-headed man. Sexy, sexy, sexy. Kudos to, his wife. I don't know her name, but still, kudos. You have a beautiful man on your hands. Also, Joey Lawrence. He's from the movie Rest Stop. He might have even been in a few of Law and Order or NCIS episodes. I'm not sure which one. But he's gorgeous piece of vanilla pussycat man. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And if you're not into that pretty boy look, you probably remember when Maxwell came out with When the Cops Come Knocking? When he had that Sideshow Bob hairstyle, that urban look, that was sexy back in the day. Or Lenny Kravitz, when he had his dreads, or even when he cut his hair, he was, oh God, he was just sexy. You might, the pretty boy look, the urban look, or you might just like that business type look, which I find very, very, very appealing. That's a beautiful type. To see a man in a nice suit, he got his Ralph Lauren shirt on, or his what they call it, Hugo Boss, or his Bill Blass, or his, I don't know, Gucci white shirt, or whatever type of nice button down shirt. He put his nice tie on, his nice blazer, slacks. He got his nice belt, leather belt on around his waist. He got a nice pair of shoes. You can't tell that business type man nothing, because he know he look good. And then most of them are always, have a clean shaven, or they have that really thin mustache, or that really trim goatee. Or even if you like that biker type, biker boys are gorgeous too, I be seeing them on those hogs, those motorcycle thingies. They be looking good. They be having their bald heads, their goatees, mustache. It's all perfectly cut and everything. The tattoos. That's a type. They be looking good. Or you could have like ladies. Yes, I like Dashie XP. I like Dashie. He's a YouTube gamer. I like watching him. He's a type. The Rock. He used to be my type, but in my dream, he told me that he was getting married, and I wasn't his type any longer. So, The Rock, since he abandoned me, he's not my type anymore. So, heartbroken. My heart broken. So, those are types. You got your pretty boy type, you got your urban type, you got your biker type, which, like I said, they're gorgeous, and you got all types, and you also have your stereotypes. My thing is, if a man has 2.5 missing teeth, his hairline is receding, all the way to where my bandana is. You know, that's where his hairline starts, at the top of my bandana. And he has a lot of pudding in the middle. And he looks at a woman, pussycat, male or female, and they have some pudding in the middle. They don't have an ass, but they have, you know, boobs. And, you know, maybe a few skin tags or pimples or whatever on their face. And their hair probably not straight. You know, it's not nappy like mine's, but it's not, you know, done. And he looks the way that he looks, and then he would have the nerve to talk about that female or that male pussycat that has, you know, a little bit extra just like him. He wants the type that's missing like 4, 5, 8 ribs. She got silicones injected in her ass. She got silicones in her boobs. She's not natural like your girl right here. Just kidding. You know, she got, there's nothing wrong with wearing the lace front, but you want the girl that has the perfect lace front, the perfect manicured nails, or lead press on nails. Mine's is neither. Or she has to have like that perfect weave. I don't know. I don't have a weave. I'm sorry. You want the perfect woman. She got these lips that look like Mush Mouth. Mush Mouth is a character from Fat Albert. So Google Fat Albert and you'll see Mush Mouth. You know, he wants a woman like that. He wants a dime piece or a trophy piece while he looks like the Blob. So I don't understand why men and women act that way towards people. I know it's something that happens, it's a thing, and it can't be helped. We like what we like, and we want who we want. So, but like I said, if you're looking like the Blob and you see an average or normal female and she's not looking like Barbie, you shouldn't talk shit about her. Same thing with us ladies. If we're, you know, if our lace fronts is coming all the way down to here, all the way down to your eyebrows, and you got those big fake door knocker earrings, and you got 50 pounds of makeup on, and your shit stink, and you come across a guy who's a little bit calorically challenged, or, you know, he's cute, he's not hard on the eyes or anything, but he's calorically challenged, don't, you know, you shouldn't talk shit about him either, because that could be a really nice person. He may not be your type physically, but on a mental level, he could blow your mind in all types of directions. So, yeah, why we're so kicked up on or hooked up on the way people look is something that I know will never change, and something that's been going on forever. But I'm just saying, if you're busted looking, don't expect a dime piece or a trophy piece to come your direction. Or women, if you look like Cruella de Vil, don't go expecting Idris Elba to come knocking at your door, because you could be really, really pretty on the outside, but on the inside, you're the nasty, ugly type. So, yeah. So, my thing is, I know and I've said this many of times, I'm not the prettiest, I'm not the smartest, and I'm not the wealthiest type, but I am the pussycat type, and I am the right type. Let me tell you guys something. It has nothing to do, well, maybe it does, but my daughter and her friend, they saw me, you know, getting ready to do my YouTube thing, my video. They said if I was to go outside looking like this, you know, I'm doing all of this trying to get my afro straight, they said they was gonna walk across the street, off we in the car, and they're gonna sit in the back seat, and if they see somebody that they know, they're gonna, you know, duck down in the seat. I was appalled when they told me this. I was like, are you guys embarrassed? You know, because of the way I look? It says, Mom, it's not that we're embarrassed. It's just that people are going to think that you're crazy. And I said, why? And she said, because people don't go out with their hair in an afro like they did back in the day. I said, this is how I saw it on the video, and I'm trying to get views for my YouTube channel, and I'm trying to get noticed. And they said, Mom, that's the wrong way to get noticed. Just be yourself. So in my next video, my hair will be back in braids. I will braid it. Yes, I braid my own hair because when even before the coronavirus started, it was like $120, $140 to get my hair braided. So I went on YouTube and I learned how to, what they call it? I learned to box braid, and I learned to cornrow, and I learned how to put the two braids, if you have two braids in your hair. I learned how to do that from YouTube so that I wouldn't have to pay so much to get my hair done. And not only that, I don't really have the funds at the moment to do so. So, yeah. Also, you know how us pussycats, male and female, think that we have to have a man or a woman that has a 2020 vehicle, be it a BMW, Honda, Acura, Rover, or whatever. Why can't that man and woman have a 2016 or 2015, you know, vehicle? I think a 2015 or 16 vehicle is just as good as the 2020. I don't know. Is that a gold digger type? If you want the pussycat to have, you know, male or female to have a spanking new car, especially with the way the economy and everything is now and how people don't have jobs and stuff, you want them to have a 2020 vehicle? Like I said, I'm happy if you have a 2016 or 2015. You can even have a, well, after below 2014, I think the cars start to have problems. I don't know. Well, if you have a 2015, that's fine. So you don't want to seem like the gold digger type. Or some girls, some females, some pussycats to say, if this nigga's living with his mama, his mother, and he ain't got no job, I won't be with him. Well, that part is understandable because you kind of want a man or a woman who's working or doing something. They don't have to have the, well, they have to be able to bring something to the table. I'm not saying that they should pay all the bills. only way a person should pay all the bills, male pussycats, is if you're in that financial situation to pay most of the bills, and then the woman pitches in as much as much as she can, especially if you have kids, because most likely she's doing everything to clothe the kids, keep food on the table for all you guys, keep the books straight as far as the money and everything is concerned. So a guy, a guy, yes, he should have a job because he's a man. He should have a job. You know, even back in the day, the man was always, you know, had a household, and the woman contributed to, the equation. She contributed. Like, it wasn't like his money is his money is my money, and my money is my money. It was like a combined or a shared effort, not like all of the selfish types that's out today. Well, whatever he brings home is mine. I just give him money for him to get gas in the car and maybe some lunch. No, not that type. You do have to have a job, and you do have to have a vehicle. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a new vehicle. You hear that, female pussycats? The male pussycats or the female, it doesn't have to be a new vehicle. The car could be 5 years old. It doesn't have to have a new car. You can see the lighting is starting to get dark. Oh, what time is it? Oh, it's almost 8 o'clock. So that's why the lighting is changing. So yeah, it's getting off. Yeah, the car. A job is nice it's good to have a job, because you don't want to struggle, and Lord knows a lot of times men end up staying with women because they don't have their own spot, so they end up coming into the woman's spot. So it is nice if you have your own place, even if it's a studio apartment. There's a lot of cute studio apartments out here. So, you can have a studio apartment. You don't have to have a full apartment. For you to live with your mama, if you're 35, 36, 37, 38, 40 years old, and you live with your mama, that's the type that most women should stay away from. Because if you're a man, you're 35, 36, 35 through 40, living at home with your mama, something wrong. You haven't let go of the umbilical cord yet. You're still attached to the umbilical cord. You still got, a little bit of that breast milk dripping off the side of your mouth. So you don't want that. The only way I can see a man or a woman living with their parent at that age is if their parent is like the elder pussycat. They're the elderly type. And if they're, sick, and if they need help from their child, that's the only way I can see a male pussycat living with his mother at damn near 40 years old or 35 and up. Yeah. I don't know. I might get some heat for this, but it's okay, because I don't know. That's just how I feel. I think if you're that old, you shouldn't be living at home with your mother. Or you shouldn't be 45 and living in your mother's basement, and she's paying all the bills. You living off of her Social Security or her disability, and you just sitting downstairs with your friends, shooting dice and smoking weed or something. You shouldn't be living in your parents' house. That's the type that we want to stay away from. Men, the type you want to stay away from is some pussy cats who who just have a stink attitude. I gotta turn that light on because it's okay. That's better. I think it's better. I don't know. Yeah, you want to stay away from that type that has that stink attitude because you know how some of us female pussycat, well, not all of us, but some of us, it's like our nose, their nose is just turned up for whatever reason. They wake up in the morning. It's a beautiful day outside, sun shining, birds are chirping, the kids aren't up messing with you, and they're like, oh God. You know, or they snap at you for every little thing. Like, where you want, you know, or they say, as you're getting ready to walk out the door for work, they say, you got some money for me? Or they won't give you no cuckoo unless you give them some money or something. Or if you don't buy them something, then they'll get mad at you. Or every time you get paid, they want to, you know, a piece of your paycheck. If that pussycat's not your wife or your living girlfriend, I don't think she's entitled to anything unless you decide that you want to give her something. Like us as females, a man should, to me, offer a woman something whether she needs it or she doesn't need it. Because I don't know. I think it's the right thing to do, because I know back in the day, when I used to hear stories from my nana, you know, the men, you know, they took care of they went to work, and you know, they brought the money home, and then the woman, the wife, she would take care of the kids, make sure that all the bills are paid. If she wanted to take some classes, she took some classes. So say if she did need to get a job, at least she'll have, you know, some type of certification or some type of degree so that she can help her husband out, you know, if need be. You see the light is changing. I don't have that natural light anymore. Where's that natural light at? It's making my fro and everything look, oh God, it's making me look like I'm a Oopa Loopa. I'm telling you, I'm very self-conscious because the angle of the oh guys, I just look like a Oopa Loopa. So, yeah, yeah, that you don't want the type that's going to use you or be a gold digger, or the type that's just ungrateful. They have ungrateful men and they have ungrateful women, and you want to stay away from that type. You need the type that's going to, what they call it, that's going to be a good accessory to the equation. If she's or she or he's not a good accessory piece, then I don't know, you need to get rid of them. You don't want someone who always has their hand out, like gimme, 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 gimme. If you hitting it on a regular basis or whatever, you come to her house, and if you see that she's low on food, or there's something in the house she doesn't have, you should take the initiative to get it for her, or give her, you know, some funds so that she can get it. So, you know, you could be the I guess the giving, or the I'm that man type. I know that's kind of lame, but you know, you get what I'm saying. You could be that type, but not the gold digger type. And Um, I don't know. It's just all different types. So I don't know if this video made sense to you guys. I hope it did. If not, go ahead and beat me up in the comments. It's okay. My hair could take it. I'm good. I got that 70s vibe going on. So I'm good. I can take it. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. Next time you won't see the fro. And hopefully it'll be something good. So good night. You guys stay safe. And remember, we all have a type. So smooches. Meow, meow, meow. Bye, y'all.